Good evening, everyone. Welcome to my channel. Tonight, I figured I'd do something really simple. I find I've been done jobs. I've been working with people a lot of times, and I ask them to cut me off a piece of wood, and they have, I say, 5 5/8, and they give me a marked. They gave it to me. A piece of wood is wrong, right? And a lot of times they say, well, it's the big line next to the second small line, right? So I figured tonight I'll just do a little quick thing about a measuring tape, right? Very simple. Measuring tape is pretty basic tool you can come across, right? A lot of people don't realize a lot of times on measuring tapes that the if you're, say, flaming out studs on a house, right? A lot of times either the 16th, every 16th number is in red, or in this case, in this measuring tape, I don't know if you can see here, right there where my thumb is there. Let me turn around this way. You see the 16 has a little diamond on it, and the next one would have 32. So that's every 16 inches. That's what you would see in a basic stud. So tonight I'm just gonna break down. I'm gonna go down as far as 16ths. Usually, if you're doing rough carpentry, like framing a greenhouse or a shed, whatever, a 16th, if you're within a 16th, it's pretty good. But if you're doing like finish woodworking, like cabinetry and that, that's when you get into the 32nds and 1/64ths. I won't get into that extent. So I don't know if you can see here. I got a little whiteboard here. So of course, first one will be 0, and then I'll do 1. So this here represents what you see a 1 inch, right? So I got this breaking down into 16ths. I'll get more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this right here, the center mark, that would be a half. Half. That's not a very good 2. Where's my eraser too? A 2. Wow. So now break the half down even more. We go down to quarters. So this would be right here, 1/4, and right here, right, it'd be 3/4. 3/4. Pretty simple stuff, eh? Right? Breaks it down 1, 2, 3, 4. That's where the 4 comes from, right? So actually the 1, if you want to do the fraction thing, it'd be 4/4. Right? Again, now we'll break it down even more. We'll go down to 1/8. So half of 1/4 is 1/8. You can see that there. And so next thing, so if you want someone to give you something that's a 3/8, will be right here. 3/8, right? 1, 2, 3, and 8. Right? There's 3 of them here. The half, if you want to do a fraction, will be 4/8. That doesn't make any sense. That's why we say 1/2 inch. The next one would be 5/8. There we go. Right? And then the next 1/8 after that would be finally 7/8. Pretty simple stuff there, ladies and gentlemen. And finally, I'll break it down to 1/16. So the first mark will be 1/16. Pretty simple, right? So 1/8 is actually 2/16, but no one say, you shouldn't say that, right? Anyway, and the next thing would be 3/16. Right? And then you got the next one after that would be after the quarter, would be 5/16, right? And then right here, right before the half, and between the 3/8 and the half, you have 7/16. Make the lines more pronounced. There we go. Right? Then after the half, then we're going up to, so really a half would be 8/16. 8/16, but that doesn't make, you just say half. Next one after the half, you would have 9/16, right? 9/16. Then after 5/8, right, you would have 11/16. Simple math, right? Right? 11/16. After the 3/4 will be 13/16. And finally, the last 16th before you get to the 1-inch mark would be 15/16. So to recap, if you want to break it down in inch, right? First, you can break it down in halves, which is pretty simple. Half. Then in quarters, you got 1/4, half, 3/4. The eighths, then you get, so eighths is basically half of the quarters, right? So 1/8, 3/8, 5/8, 7/8, and finally the 16ths. 1/16, 3, 5, 7, 8, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 16ths. Right? Pretty simple stuff. Right? Not that it's important, but you have 2.54 centimeters is one. Oh, that's not a very good inch. That's not a very good one, sorry. 1 inch. That's another thing too. The inch mark is two little marks, right? Right? It's not one. If you just have one there, that indicates 1 foot, right? So you want to do 2. That means it's an inch, right? Pretty simple stuff. Okay, so that's my little video for tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. I really would appreciate it. If you did give me a like, that'd be wonderful. And if you want, I would love it if you subscribe. Even better if you would share the video. I hope you enjoy your evening. As you can tell, I got my Leafs jersey on tonight. I'm going to be watching the Leafs game tonight. Fingers crossed. Hopefully they can get past that first round curse tonight. Thank you. Have a nice night.